Anything else you want? Anything else you want to talk
You
about?
want to plug
Yeah,
anything?
plug
Your
anything
practice?
at practice. Yourself.
No, I mean this is
Gator
one of the best.
football.
Go Gators. I mean, yeah.
How
No,
old are your kids?
they're 6.5 and 5.
Oh wow.
Nice.
One's obsessed with soccer. The other one is obsessed with soccer because he's obsessed with soccer. My
Oh, nice.
daughter follows whatever my son does, but she's the boss in the family.
Yeah.
Sounds about
She
right.
is the
Oh, yeah.
absolute
That
boss.
sounds
Yeah.
similar to your
I know. I have
situation.
a 9-year-old and almost 6-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
9-year-old boy, 6-year-old daughter, and
Yeah.
she
Oh,
runs
yeah,
it
she runs
for
the
sure.
show. She runs the show.
Mine are a little younger, 4 and 2, and they're both boys.
Oh, that's
So they just beat the living.
Yeah, there's
I mean, they're
right.
great.
They
They're
play
just
well
great.
together.
They're just
Exactly.
great.
Yeah.
They're just great kids.
Yeah.
No problems
they're
at
just
all.
boys.
Yeah. Oh, this black guy? Yeah,
Nothing happened. No big deal.
exactly.
No, it's fun. The small apartment in New York was getting to him, so we had to.
Sure.
There's no
Yeah,
other way to do it.
absolutely.
Now we
Plus,
have
being closer to family is just
It's the
huge.
key.
Yeah.
My wife and I can go to date nights because grandmas can come and watch the kids. Weren't able to
That's
do that
great.
for a very long time, and then babysitting in Manhattan is, at least $25 an hour for one child. So it's
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I know.
We're gonna be quick tonight.
yeah. 30
Going to that
minutes.
dinner and coming
You might
back.
just walk by the restaurant and just look at the food and come
Having
back home.
parents and in-laws in town is
Yeah, it's the key.
game changer.
It is. No, but we're happy. It's been great. It's been great. This is the first, in Jacksonville. I came when I was in medical school at UF. We do rotations at Jack's UF
Oh
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first time really living here, and we like it.
I did undergrad and med school at UF,
Hmm.
and I remember the UF Jax rotations. Like I did surgery
Yeah.
at UF Jax, and I was
Wow.
like, "Well, this is interesting."
This is different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is different.
Sleeping in the
Oh yeah,
barracks.
the
Oh
barracks, the
yes.
bullet holes in the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Good times. Good
I
times.
did my OB-GYN rotator
Oh,
here.
nice,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah,
It was an experience, all right.
definitely. I was like, "Oh, this is a little different than Gainesville."
Yes.
Downtown. Where
Yeah.
the UF is
Yeah.
downtown is. It's
Yeah.
not the best area.
8th Street.
Uh,
8th
yeah.
Street, right? Yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
West side.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so no, you could. I think overall as a community, though, I mean, I grew up here a little bit, middle school and high school,
Yeah.
so came back. But I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's a great place to raise a family. You get a lot of the benefits of the Florida without a
Mhm.
lot of the downsides.
Yeah.
You're near the water. The weather this summer, notwithstanding, is usually not as brutal as South Florida.
I was going to ask you, there's a lot more rain here than I'm used to in
Mhm.
Orlando. Is that the normal? Is that the norm? Because every evening it's raining. In Orlando, it's for a couple hours in the afternoon.
Usually we get afternoon
Yeah.
showers.
Right.
Evening showers, this is a little unique,
Yeah.
and usually they're less intense than they've
Okay.
been. And the heat,
It's been a very
it's also been an
weird
obscenely
summer.
hot summer.
Right.
Usually it's not this, it's hot, but it's usually not this bad.
Right.
Usually it's more because I have family still in Orlando too, and it's usually much more temperate here than
That's what I
Orlando.
would have thought. It's being more north, but yeah.
Right.
Usually, and
Okay.
you're closer to the water, which helps because you get some of that off the water breeze.
Yeah. Yeah, we've loved it. We've gone to the beach every weekend with the kids. Every Sunday is our little beach day, even for a short period of time, 20 minutes. Like we go at 5 p.m. when the sun's going down. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. You can't.
Those luxuries you don't have anywhere else, really. Just
Yeah.
being close to the beach and
Yeah.
back in Florida and it's good weather.
Huge quality of life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Manhattan, I'm sure, I can't even imagine what of trouble you can get into.
Oh, if you're without children, you can get in some trouble. Yeah, absolutely. It was a great setup.
Like my brother,
I
the
had
bachelor.
does he live there?
He lives there. He's
Oh,
lived there for a while.
and he's a bachelor?
He is.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you can understand why. A couple million
I haven't
people
been
out
allowed
here.
to visit him yet.
Yeah, no, it's great. We had a good setup. I went to New York Presbyterian. It's on 70th and York, and my apartment, no, 68th and York. My apartment was on 70th and York, and then my endo suite was on 69th and York. My clinic was 68th and York.
Oh, it's
So it was all
beautiful.
connected by a tunnel, and the streets aren't
That's cool.
wide. So it was just, how Gainesville had the South
Yeah.
Tower and then the North.
hmm
It was closer together. So my apartment was just looking at the hospital.
Wow.
So calls were great.
Yep.
It
Oh,
was just be there in 5 minutes.
You could be home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to be home. You got to meet some nice, famous people here and there. It was really interesting.
that's
I'm
cool.
happy to be back
Yeah.
in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I feel like Manhattan would be one of those places I could live in for a year or two, but then I probably would be like, okay,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
Mhm.
But some people like that's what they know,
Right.
and for them, leaving Manhattan is like,
No. Going to Florida would be crazy.
what do you do? What
Right.
you have to get in a car?
Right.
Oh,
Exactly.
what is this? What is this sorcery?
I know.
Exactly. Exactly. No, it's true.
Well, the main thing, like when my brother said, like, I mean, you have everything at your disposal, like
Everything.
right around you, 10 restaurants
Yep.
that are great around you,
Oh,
versus here you have to drive 15,
right.
20
And my
minutes
wife and I were
plus.
laughing. The first night we were here, we moved into the house. I was like, we don't have any food. Let's order something from Uber Eats. And you can order anything in Manhattan. Just your wildest dreams will come true if you're a foodie. And then we looked at Uber Eats app here. It's like, Jimmy John's or
Yeah.
Papa John's or China One, and that was
Yeah.
about it. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh, okay, this is a bit different. Yeah. And then the Cold Stone Creamery closes at 10 o'clock on a Saturday. I'm like, what is happening?
oh yeah,
I need my
yeah.
Cold Stone right
The
now at 10:30.
the hours, the
Yeah.
hours, the hours are a little laid back
Right.
relative to
Yeah.
New York.
That's true.
I think even the bars all have to close now by like 1 or 2.
Wow.
Do they?
Whereas in Manhattan, they don't close.
It does
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
that's
no, I'm
ridiculous.
past that stage, but I went out one time with friends. My a friend who's an oncologist and maybe more north up, but he lived there and he went to NYU. So one day we went out and he's like, "Should we go out tonight?" I said, "Sure." So I was expecting him to say 9 p.m., 10 p.m. No, we went out at like 1 a.m. He's like, "This is way too late for me."
I
And
have to,
people were just going all the way
yep.
until 5, 6 a.m.
Yeah.
There was a time.
Yeah, there was a
There was
time,
a
which was
time.
10 years ago for me, not
Yeah.
now.
And
Yeah.
now you're
Yeah.
like, now I feel
No,
like
I
every time I go
do
out,
that.
I'm like the washed up athlete. And I look around, I'm like, yeah, back in my
Right.
day.
Oh my, exactly. Uber, we had to walk home. We had to call mom to pick us up.
There's still bottles in your duffel now.
Now it's like no now it's like midnight. You're like, oh, should I have another drink? Actually, that's your coffee.
Yeah.
Is it this right now? This is
Great. Yeah. If I'm not asleep by 10 p.m. on a normal day, there's a problem. Yeah, it's I've had time when my kids are waking. I'm going to bed. It's like, all right, guys, I'm out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is too much.
yeah. I'm not there yet, but I'm at the. No matter what, my kids will wake me up at
Yeah.
between 6 and 6:15. No
Yeah.
matter what's going on, doesn't matter what you did the night
Right.
before, how late you stayed out or up. So
Yep.
it changes your perspective.
Saturday, Sunday, doesn't matter to them. We've gotten to the point where they'll get up now and they'll go to the couch and they
Okay,
watch their
Nice.
TV.
Yeah.
okay.
But then around 7:30, it's still like, "Mommy, Daddy, are you guys
Yeah.
getting up? Like, what are you guys doing?" It's like,
Way too big.
Need my eggs.
My
"Just
my
making my
daughter is
breakfast."
the 5, 6 year old is like a teenager already. Like
Right.
she'll sleep in 9:30, 10 o'clock. It's
Really?
crazy.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
You're lucky.
But it's mainly because she doesn't like going to
I
bed.
I
She
think
doesn't go to bed.
Oh,
So she could live in New York right
I
now
think I was
and
gonna say
and thrive.
I think Ari is just like a unicorn.
She
She's just like
loves unicorns,
no,
by the
I'm
way.
saying
But yeah, she is.
she just like bucks every trend, you know?
She's just very unique, but awesome. Awesome unique.
yeah, we have a pretty strict regimen. I will say. I mean, we're those parents that
Mhm.
if it's bedtime, if we're at an event or a party, like we have to go because it's bedtime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I get
I
that.
Yeah.
I
gotta
get
give my
that.
wife
Yeah.
credit because she has them on.
Yeah.
I mean, they sleep like rocks
Yep.
because she's had them trained from the jump,
And
and
that's what's needed. That's honestly how they
Yeah.
thrive.
they need
8 o'clock,
structure.
eight
They want
o'clock,
the
they're going
structure.
to bed. No, 7:30 really, but by 8 o'clock, really, you can't come out of your room anymore. It's time for bed. They hang out for a little bit, they play together, but then by 8:30, you better be asleep. Yeah, it's all my wife. She's done a great job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Good.
give her all the credit because I
Oh,
would definitely be the
100%.
sucker that, like, especially when they were learning how to
Yeah.
sleep,
Oh,
they
yeah.
start crying. I'm like, we
All right. Let's go with Dad. You want to watch NBA, don't you, tonight?
We've experienced that with soccer with Messi played.
Yeah.
My son will cry, "Oh, Messi's his first game for Inter Miami, and it's 9 o'clock." I'm like, I'm saying,
bed,
yeah,
and then I'll unlock the door.
yeah, get you in the room. Yeah,
And
no,
that's I'm a few times, and
Yeah.
now he's smart. The older one is smart enough now to know like the words he needs to say in order to stay up late. So he'll be like during like basketball season, "Oh, Dad, I want to watch basketball," which he normally would never say. But
Yeah.
8 o'clock at night, all of a sudden,
loves basketball.
loves big basketball guy.
Michael
Does this
Jordan playing.
does
It's my favorite player, right?
does this mean I can go to the fridge and get some snacks and sit on the couch? And
Exactly.
yeah, I'm like, oh, you smart little son of
Yeah.
a.
The goldfish are automatically taken out of the
Right.
cabinet.
Oh man,
Yep, the goldfish.
it's
That's exactly his routine.
That's
Loves basketball at 8 p.m. Loves it.
okay.
like you ask him, middle of the day. No thanks, Dad.
So I bought a basketball hoop, thinking he loves basketball. He tricked me. And buddy, let's go play ball when I get home at like 6. I'm okay. It's like,
Yeah,
okay, you don't love basketball.
I does.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm trying
A
to.
little early still.
Well,
Living
There
on
you go.
I'm trying to
That's
go with just sheer force of indoctrination
Yeah.
that between the two of them, I'm like, one of you should like basketball, and hopefully one of you likes golf, and then
Yeah.
football would be great.
Yeah.
We'll figure out something.
Yeah.
Just, something I can
Yeah.
I can help you with.
No, we're in soccer. He's in soccer. He can name
That's
you
good.
every
That's good.
Premier League player.
It's good though, as long as he's got an
Oh
interest.
yeah.
Oh, he loves it. I loves it. He can go all day, all day.
Well, now with Messi being in Miami, it's
I know. Well,
huge.
tickets I couldn't even get them. I was looking at a Miami game, they're like $500.
It's wild,
I know.
but it's great. I mean, it's great for the sport in this country
Yes.
because it'll just keep the
Right.
interest, and hopefully it shows other superstars that
Right.
it's not this is a viable
Yeah.
as your
Mhm.
career winds
Yeah.
down path.
Right. And that's what happened to Beckham. Kaká came over here, and now Messi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like Messi, amongst obviously he's historically a much more prominent player than those guys, but I feel like he's even in a part of his career where he probably could have hung on in
Oh yeah.
Europe for
Oh yeah. He
longer.
just got the he's at the height, I think. He
Yeah,
just won the World Cup finally.
right,
He's
Mhm.
only 35. Well, he's
right.
35.
So
Yeah.
he's not in the traditional
Right.
prime, but I think feel like
Yeah.
he came over
No.
earlier than a
Yeah.
lot of those guys who
Yeah.
came over. It felt like they didn't have the big paydays
Right.
anymore, so
Right.
this was kind of their last
Or he
chance
could have
to.
taken the route Cristiano took and gone to Saudi and made
Yes.
now if it's true or not, $200 million.
It's crazy.
But
Crazy.
he's
Yeah.
37, so only 2 years apart. But in soccer world, that
Yeah,
is a
that could
lot.
be
That is a lot.
that's make or break.
Yeah.
That's make or break. So hopefully Messi has a couple more years. I heard we're getting a team here in Jacksonville.
Yeah, there was
Mm.
Shad
It
Khan.
MLS or is it
So Shad Khan, who owns part of what's the team in Europe he
Jags?
owns? He owns
No.
he owns the Jags, but he also owns a big stake in one of the major. I think it's a Premier League club, but I can't remember the name of which one. He's like
I can
his
look it
big
up
thing
real quick.
now is he's bringing
No,
Yeah,
I'm
I'll look
and
it
and
up.
he's like and he wants it to be MLS. Now
right,
whether he'll get it, I
right.
don't know, but that's what he's like. I'm investing in this, and that, which would be amazing for the
That would
city.
be awesome.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at it, and Tim Tebow invested in a soccer team coming here in 2025, but it's not part of the MLS. It's part
Yeah.
of the second tier. So,
Yeah, I don't know, and maybe the plan is to start there. I don't know
and
what
then
the.
yeah,
I know he wanted it.
So he owns a Premier League team, Fulham FC,
At Fulham. So we saw Fulham in Orlando. They were there maybe a week and a half ago. They came and played Aston Villa.
and he's also co-owner of the American wrestling promotion All Elite Wrestling.
Wow.
His son is like the
Yeah,
some like
and along with
owner.
his son.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
along with his son.
He's big into
Interesting.
sports.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he can bring an MLS team here. That'd be great.
Well, I mean, that's what you want in your owner is just a billionaire with FU money
That's true.
that
Exactly.
doesn't
To
care.
buy
That's
any
true.
That's
team, bring
exactly
it.
what you want.
Exactly.
Exactly what you want.
He's like a sports
You don't want a
sports
pen.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, you don't want a penny
Whatever he
pinching
wants.
owner.
No,
You want the
no.
guy with just more money. This is just a hobby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to track more downtown for sure to get that
Well,
expanded.
they finally officially the Four Seasons announced officially they're going to build that resort in downtown,
Wow.
Sweet.
and then they're
Four Seasons. That'll bring some nice
Yeah.
change.
so there was like a big thing. Shad Khan was like, "I'm going to bring a Four Seasons here," and everyone's like, "Yeah, whatever."
Did he?
And then
Well, so that was also part of his
that's
investment.
part of this downtown
Yeah.
around the stadium
Yeah.
whole thing. So they officially announced they're going to build it,
Wow.
which is crazy if you think about it,
Yeah.
because that's not where I would
Right. You don't think
not
the
where you
Four
would think a Four
Seasons.
Seasons would be,
No.
but
Yeah.
you need an anchor, and that'll be the
Right.
start.
So maybe he will be able to get an MLS team.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife and kids went to the Jags training camp down there. They loved it. Yeah.
No, they do a good job.
They loved it.
It's good to have one professional team. Obviously, more would be
And a
would be
team
nice.
that's doing great or did great last year. So
On the
I'm
upswing.
excited.
Mhm.
When I went to Florida, I thought I'd enter some kind of Tebow era, but that never happened. I was hoping
Yeah,
for 8
I was
years.
there. I must have been because I started in 2006.
Yeah.
So I walked in and I got spoiled.
Right. Yeah. I was hoping for something similar for 8 years, but it never happened.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, they'll come back.
Yeah.
It'll turn around.
It's ebbs and flows. Yeah.
Sorry, we didn't get to talk about the Celtics today.
No, please.
You're not a
Or
Celtics
Mac
fan?
No, no.
Jones.
I'm from Boston.
Oh, okay.
I just hate on Boston all the time. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Stick, yeah.
I'm a big Ray Allen fan. One of my favorite players of all time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And his biggest shot ever was for my team, the Heat. Let's go.
What was that again?
Then the
Corner
13
three.
NBA Finals, the corner 3, Game 6.
It's
Fourth
I
to
vaguely
overtime.
remember this.
Basically rebounded with
No,
like
it's-
no time
It's
left.
LeBron,
Passed it out.
Bosh off the board.
Yeah,
Such
yeah.
talent.
Yeah.
Hmm. I think
We were
that's like
having a
90%.
nice afternoon.
90% of my podcast is just me
I mean, the
defending
only
my
reason
brother.
LeBron
Literally,
has
yes.
what 4 titles instead of 3.
For what now?
I mean, that was his. He would have been 1 of 4 versus 2 of 4 with that
Mm.
title win. I mean, that wasn't
What
his
do you mean?
last.
No, was he 39 when he
No,
retired?
Was that the first title they won or the
yeah,
second?
he wasn't with them for the Oklahoma City title, the first title.
No, I'm just saying LeBron's title.
Oh,
The number of
that was
titles.
LeBron's second
That
title.
was his second. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah. So he would have been 1 of 4 if they didn't make that.
No. Was Rondo 39? Or not Rondo? Ray Allen. He was an older
When he
was
player.
retired,
older.
Yeah,
I don't know.
38.
He might
He was old.
probably
He
something
looked
like
amazing.
that.
I mean, he was still shooting those threes like
Well, I mean,
nobody else could.
the guy was like
My
was like
favorite was his mother in the stands all the time. Yeah, biggest fan.
good commentators
That was good.
had field day with that. 18 seasons in the NBA.
Wow.
So he was at UConn for let's see how long? 4 years. So 22 plus 18 is
Yeah, 40.
39, 40.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it takes some serious. That
Yes.
guy worked on his body and conditioning,
Yep.
and he could just run.